The Week in Bible Prophecy, a Prophecy Watchers podcast.
I'm Gary Stearman of Prophecy Watchers. With me is Nathan Jones, and we're going to continue where we left off on a previous conversation. And Nathan, momentum is building. We've been talking about technology, and technology is such a wonderful thing. Everybody loves it. You love tech. I love tech. And buying that new gadget that has high tech, maybe something that you can hold in your hand, you can talk to it, and it really understands you. And it will cause all the lights in your house to go on or off if you just say, lights on, lights off. Wow, that's wonderful. But there is a downside to technology, and the Bible is very, very blunt about that.
Absolutely. Well, it's interesting when you mention that, like Google, you have Google Home or, Alexa, and you talk to it and it gives you back answers and information.
Right.
But I did a research for technology and involved in the Great Reset and did a presentation at our conference at Billy Crone's church. And in that research, it was amazing to find out that Amazon technicians were listening into these they said it was for quality purposes.
Okay.
The Ring doorbell, people love to have this Ring doorbell.
Sure.
Well, the police can use your Ring doorbell to monitor and surveil people out there. So they're also surveilling when you come in and out of your house. So you're protecting yourself, but at the same time, you're also keeping yourself a prisoner in your own house. Thousands and thousands of cameras, almost every street corner is popping up. And it's starting to look like globally, like China, which has the social credit system, where millions and millions of cameras are everywhere, watching your every move and using artificial intelligence, grading you on your behavior. Is it more loyal to the government or is it less loyal? The more loyal you seem, the higher your rating is. And when you get a higher rating, you get more freedoms. The lower the rating is, the more restrictions you will get. Now, brother, that to me sounds very much like Revelation 13.
Very much like Revelation 13. Before the Antichrist can do what he is set to do, he has to have the facilities. And he will take technology and turn it on its head. And I think that's what it means. When you look at Revelation 13, we're talking about the beast. Wow. You think of a beast. The Bible chooses its words very carefully, and the force of a beast is like something that you want to avoid at all costs if you're out in the jungle. And to me, this has always suggested the world's going to become kind of like a jungle in the days of the Antichrist, because in Revelation, we have the beast receiving power from the dragon and authority from the dragon in the context of global technology. And you think, that's enough to kind of make you stop and think.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, the Antichrist goes into the newly christened third temple. He desecrates it, and he sets up an image to be worshipped. You can read it in Revelation 13 through 15. And he performed great and miraculous sign, even causing fire to come down from heaven to earth in full view of men. That's a false prophet.
Hold everything. What is fire coming down from heaven?
I've wondered that. Do you think it's lasers? Space-based lasers or actual pyrotechnics?
We're talking tech here.
Okay.
We're not talking like superstition or
no, not at all.
Or fantasy land. And so in the world of technology, fire coming down from heaven has to refer to something. And I think of satellite technology, that maybe some kind of a very powerful satellite can project power down to the earth. We have nuclear satellites or capable of nuclear proliferation, let's put it that way, right now. Atomic or actually hydrogen weapons that can be put into orbit and then deorbited down onto the surface of a country. Is that fire coming down from heaven?
I know that's we can only speculate because of obviously what the Lord revealed in Revelation, but we know that the Antichrist and the false prophet they're hucksters. They're fake. They're not real miracle makers like the God of the universe.
Point.
So they're going to perform great miraculous signs and the people are going to believe them. I think you're absolutely right. They got to use technology to do it. I mean, take for instance, if we keep reading, because of the signs he was given power to do on behalf of the first beast, the Antichrist, he deceived the inhabitants there. He ordered them to set up an image in the honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and led the Antichrist. He was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast so that he could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. This living image, Gary, what do you think that is?
A living image, to me, is something that if you go to a technical conference, they have living images. They now have 3D projected
Oh, yeah,
image.
holograms.
Holograms.
There's a Hatsune Miku, if I pronounce that right, from Japan. She's a computer animated with a vocalizer voice, and she does concerts. And people come to the concerts and watch a computer animated hologram give. So could this image be a hologram? We don't know. A robot? I think you're familiar with the Giant, right? They've got that Giant that they project any kind of image on and make it look like a living being. Or it could be, I think, simply maybe it's an image on a TV that periodically when this image shows up on your television or your smartphone, your mobile device, you have to bow down and worship it. So there's many technologies, because obviously the whole world can't see the Antichrist if he's one man in one place, but through technology that's possible.
It's possible that we can even generate a hologram right now that could go on worldwide TV.
Yeah.
And it would appear to be that person, but it wouldn't actually be that person.
There was a country music few years back, a country music presentation where they had a live singer and one that was a person who was singing elsewhere, and they brought him in on hologram, and most people couldn't tell the difference. And so we are so close to having live computer animated holograms be real. And they're talking about even protecting certain like Robin Williams, for instance, I was reading, he protected his likeness and his voice for 25 years because he didn't want computer animations of himself showing up in theme parks and things like that. No holograms of Robin Williams. So, but this Antichrist very well could be using this image in the temple that people come and worship is a hologram or robotics or of that nature.
You know what? That reminds me of the mouth speaking great things. Revelation 13:5, there was given to the Antichrist a mouth speaking great things. What is that? That has to be technological. In other words, his voice can be heard all over the world as he, like Mussolini or like Hitler, used to talk about the greatness of our empire and what it's going to do and what it's going to be and how wonderful it is. And that mouth speaking great things, to me, has to be technological in nature.
Oh, yes. I mean, when the two witnesses are killed in Jerusalem and for 3.5 days, their bodies lie in the streets of Jerusalem, and the whole world not only sees their death and rejoices over it, but watches them be resurrected and go to heaven. How is that possible without today's communications technology? It isn't. So clearly the Bible was prophesying technologies thousands of years before they were even invented.
Wow. And we have thought this for years, and yet we really couldn't imagine what we have right now. That is, technology has taken a great leap in the last 3-4 years.
Yes, sir.
And you study these things, and you and I both agree that we're in that general time zone when these things could actually be a reality.
Yes, we're living in the time period definitely leading up to the rapture of the church and then the tribulation that follows. So exciting times, scary times, but also wonderful times too.
Nathan Jones, always good to talk to you. I'm
Yes, sir.
Gary Stearman.
Everything that we're doing at Prophecy Watchers is vital because Bible prophecy is coming to pass right before our eyes. And it has never been more important for believers to understand what the Bible says about the days that we are living in. In case you haven't noticed, the whole world is spinning out of control, but we are not surprised because many of the things taking place were prophesied in the Bible thousands of years ago. That's why we want to offer you a very special subscription to our magazine, The Prophecy Watcher, that will keep you on the cutting edge of Bible prophecy. Stay informed on prophetic world events. Follow the nuclear threats from Russia and Iran, China's march to world domination, the likelihood of another global pandemic, the rise of artificial intelligence and transhumanism, war in the Middle East, the UFO phenomenon, and the latest technology preparing the world for the mark of the beast. The Prophecy Watcher magazine features articles from leading prophecy experts like Gary Stearman, Mondo Gonzalez, Thomas Ice, Randall Price, L.A. Marzulli, Bill Salas, and many others. With your gift of $50 or more to support the worldwide outreach of Prophecy Watchers, you will receive 12 issues of the magazine in either print or digital format. You will also receive 10 bonus DVDs that feature in-depth teaching on the ancient book of Enoch, heaven and the New Jerusalem, the biblical case for the rapture, a look at how God put the gospel in the stars, what really happened at the Tower of Babel, and Ezekiel's prophecy on the Battle of Gog and Magog. This special offer is available anywhere in the United States with free shipping included. Don't wait. Pick up the phone right now and call the toll-free number on your screen or visit us at prophecywatchers.tv. Stand with us today and help us take the message of Christ's soon return to the whole world.